Morning, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. It's a rocks chat and I just want to show you quickly, it says rocks on my shirt. Didn't see the whole rocks, did you? There it is underneath, it says rocks. Sorry about the boobs, guys, sorry about the boobs, I needed to show you. Not that you see them, but you know what I mean. So, well, I only just woke up and well, not only just, but 9:30 it was when I woke up. That's because the night before I had so much sleep that I wasn't tired last night. And well, the bad news is that I finished another season of Trigger Point and got nothing really to fill that void with. So I need to be on the lookout for a new series. The one I'm watching with Gary is called The Winter King. It's a bit of an Arthur Merlin thing, but not in the aspect that you imagine. We're watching that. Of course, Silent Witness is going on at the moment, so that's not too bad. And I forgot to look at the, I can't call this joke section. It's more of a fact section, isn't it? Let's have a little looky at this and see what today's one is. Where was I up to? There must be the last one. All your male teachers wore ties and female teachers had their hair done every day and wore high heels. Well, some of my teachers were pretty ancient, to be honest with you. Some of them were. I don't think they wore high heels. But we'll give it a little... Hang on. Got the right button. Well, hey, I got the right button. I can't laugh at it, really, can we? It's not funny. So with Grogu today, my little Grogi is... That was yesterday's. Oh, I can't really make it out, sort of thing. There's writing. Oh, my word. Get the thingy back out. I was treated as one of my own. When I came of age, I was sworn to the creed. The Mandalorian. So I guess this is Mando with his jetpack by the looks of the picture. Maybe it was somebody rescuing him. I don't know, but there you go. It's a Mando picture. Okay. It wasn't exactly sweet, but it's still time for the acid. In case you missed it, was yesterday. With respect, I'll do like this. I've typed with respect many times. With respect translates to, I don't give a crap how important you think you are. You're wrong and this needs to happen. Oh, that's beauty. I love that one. Beautiful one, that is. That just sums up so many things. I've got something else that I need to show you now. I've had the acid. Let's have some sweet. Because, you know, the Grogu wasn't as sweet as it could have been, was it? No, it wasn't, I hear you ask. Okay. Sweets in so many ways. I'm sorry for what I said when I was hungry. There you go. He's got a Snickers bar. Oh, look at him. He's so cute. So cute. Thank you, Jane, for sending me that. So speaking of Jane, she sent me a long list of favourite colours. I wonder if I'll find them on my phone. Let's see. Let's see. Right, it was a very long list. That's not the one. Okay. About favourite colour. The only colour that she doesn't like, sorry if you started, is yellow. It always draws me out and makes me look sick, so I would look worse. I would like lighter shades, so it doesn't draw attention. Oops, it doesn't draw and make attention. She likes light blue, light mint, which is a green, light mint green, light grey, light purple, light red, light black, and light pink. Honestly, though, whatever I receive, I will appreciate. So there you go. It's mostly pastels and light colours and I guess dusky lights, but nothing that's kind of like big rainbow on a head saying, hello, look at me, I have a bald head underneath, or anything like that. No kind of drawing attention to colours, just subtle, I would say, subtle colours. Bear with me a sec. I need to blow and I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I thought I got away with that this morning. It's getting better. I'm not waking up quite so stuffy. Although I really ought to. Look at the size of my tea this morning. Look, I was determined that I was going to have a good wake-up cuppa. This thing I got from Whittards of Chelsea a long while ago. It's China. Tea always tastes good out of China, doesn't it? I mean, whoa. Yeah. I have a sore throat this morning over this side, and I don't know if it's something I ate, because I get those kind of blood blister allergies, and it might have been in my throat. It could have been that. It could be all the dust that I've been inhaling from all the furniture moving, and yesterday was no exception. I was crazy yesterday. Now, I had this bedside cabinet which we dragged out of the room, and it was there in the hallway, which you have to go through that hallway every time you go to the bathroom or the bedrooms. So Gary said, look, it's at the level with my, you can imagine, I'm going to hurt myself on that, because it had things that stick like door. I won't say handles, they're long, thin strips of, okay, I'm going to say it, aluminium. And they're rough. So he thought he's going to hurt his doodads on those. So I kept saying, yeah, it won't stay there for long, it won't stay there for long. So I thought, right, I'm going to do it today. So I completely emptied this lower section of cupboards. Well, they're not like this, they're like brown shelving, but I'd put yarn on it. And I had two at the bottom, which Gary fixed to the wall. So I emptied them, and then I had to unscrew them. And oh, the screws were very low down. And I don't know at what point you suddenly realise that bending down low, doing anything low down, actually is not a good idea anymore. I mean, I can remember a time when I could crouch, I could bend, I could sit on the floor. Well, I couldn't never really sit on the floor. I used to lose circulation in my legs, but you know what I mean? It wasn't like a deal breaker. I could get away with it when I was unscrewing something. And I could get down and do these things. Now, it's like, no, it hurts. Stop it now. So I got myself a little stool, and to the most part, I could use that. On the last ones, right down low on the bottom, near the ground, I couldn't do that. So I put a couple of cushions down, and I sat on those, and I kept imagining a spider coming from the dark shadows of underneath these things, coming round the corner and making a beeline for me. But thankfully that didn't happen. My kind of like crazy thoughts didn't materialise, thank God. So I unscrewed it all, and I dusted it off, and then I took it out. So that's now in the conservatory, which is where it's going to go on the wall. So then I hoovered in here, and then I dragged that heavy cupboard all on my own in here. So it's now there. So on top of it are my books, not my books, but my magazines. And I've got two of those kind of magazine or document things. You put them in, they're kind of shaped like that. You know what I mean? So your documents, I don't know what they're called, file boxes, but they're not for files, they're for magazines or whatever. So I've got knitted ones in one, and I've got crocheted ones in others. You know, the supplements that come out that I might want to keep. So that's all tidy there, right? I've got crochet books in one pile, ones that are knitting and crochet and knitting in the other. So if they've got any knitting on them, they're in the other pile. In one of the cupboards is some books that I had in here, and now that's all that's there. But I need to sort of clear out everything from there, because, as I say, it used to be the drawer at the side of my bed, so it's got all my stuff in it. So one side is now clear, and the other side with the drawers and the little cupboard needs to be emptied, but I'd done enough yesterday, because it didn't stop there. Then I dragged that big box of yarn out of here, and I took the cubby, one of these units, a cubby unit, cube unit. We had one that was in the bedroom, which now doesn't look right on the wall anywhere. So I've dragged that all the way out. Well, I had to carry it, actually, because I couldn't scrape it. took it all the way out to the caravan and put that in there. Then I dragged that big box of yarn out, and that hurt because I had trouble getting it through certain things that were about quite narrow. And then I had to get it up steps, all the way to the caravan and up the steps. Sorry, yarn van. So that's in there. I hoovered the whole house. Then I looked and I thought, oh, the hoover's really blocked. So I took that outside to empty it. And it was so stuck in there, I had to use a knife to get it out because it had gone. You've got like this little chamber and you've got the little cylinder thing that comes down, and then you've got another one around it. So the dust or the fluff had gone up into that recess between the cylinder and the outer cylinder and sort of compacted. And you couldn't get anything like tongs in there to get it out. So I thought, oh, I can't. And I could only reach with my fingers a certain distance. I'm allergic to dust. So I thought, I know I'm going to get a knife out. So I got a knife and I'm doing this. Eventually it all came out, thank goodness for that. But I thought, you know, that I'm definitely going to have antihistamine. So I washed my hands thoroughly and all the tongs and the knife that I tried to do it with, and get rid of the dust. So then that should have been that, shouldn't it? But it wasn't. I did loads more stuff. I did a load of washing. I was really busy yesterday. And then by about 3:30 or 3 o'clock, I was totally and utterly done. I was just exhausted. And I'd made my videos by that time and I was putting them on. And Gary came home and I was like, I've got to cook dinner now. Oh, I should have saved some of me back for that, but I didn't. So yeah, luckily it was just a quickie, nothing major. But wow, what a day. Oh, I have to say though, oh, it didn't end there. All that yarn that I cleared from the cubbies, that's now out in the yarn van. There's about 5 sacks of it. 5. Not that they're absolutely full up, because you have to tie them. But I just wash them down to tie them, so they are quite full and heavy. Excuse me. I have to blow again, so that's probably why. Yeah, that's probably why I'm so groggy this morning. That and the fact that I need to have an antihistamine. My inhaler's not working at all. I wondered last night why I felt so wheezy. Now I remember it was all that, wasn't it? It didn't occur to me at the time. I was a bit too exhausted. So I went to bed about midnight, and as I laid down, all I could hear was from my chest and throat. Took my inhaler. Made no difference whatsoever. Not a bit. So when I go out next off the island, I'm going to get my prescription. And that's what I need to do. Definitely pick that up, because I know that Ventolin would have done it, you know, back in the old prescriptions. I wish I hadn't thrown them all out. But when I got Foster, I thought, I don't really want all these inhalers cluttering up the place and taking up, oh, excuse me, a lot of room in the bathroom cabinet. So I cleared them all out. I wish I'd kept 2, a brown and a blue, you know, just, did I chuff? Anyway. So that was it. That was my day. Wow. Oh, and I uploaded all of the yarn. I don't know if I did some of that the night before and some yesterday, but I uploaded all of the yarn and a few bits of maintenance. You know, I don't know what was wrong. Well, I do know what was wrong now, but I didn't know what was wrong at the time. But those new mystery bags that I bought were not showing up as that they were in stock. If you went into the listing, you could buy them. They were in stock, but when you first look, it does say out of stock, so you wouldn't bother. So now I've rectified that. I asked Chris, and he couldn't figure it out, and he messaged the people who make the software. And I thought, no, it's got to be something simple. So basically, you can upload it as a one-off product or as a variable product. So you can select different options. And the thing that I had duplicated it from was a simple product with one option. I think it was a Santa sack. So where I changed it from simple to a variable, you think all of the settings change over, but they don't. There was one that said check my inventory or something like that. That was checked in simple. I mean, I lost you, haven't I? It was checked in simple product, which meant it was looking for stock there. So I unchecked that box, saved it, come out, and it was all tickety boo. So I'm kind of a genius, really. I problem solved my own issue. That, you know, the actual genius couldn't figure it out. So there you go. Very chuffed with myself. Oh, I wish I could just get rid of all of these respiratory allergies and stuff like that I have. Really do. And Victoria, I guess you're right. I am having a whinge up about my ailments, but then it's not really an ailment as such per se. Although I do have a sore throat, so maybe I can have a bit of a whinge about my ailments. I don't know. I don't know what else I'm going to do today, although it's February. So it has now started, my birthday month, so it may do a little giveaway or something like that. Kickstart February. Maybe. Who knows? So I'm sorry if I haven't got round to answering everybody about the chemo beanies. I had a much busier day than anticipated yesterday, all because I didn't want Gary to hurt his doodahs on that cupboard and moved it in here. So that was the only reason really that all that kicked off for me. But it does look nicer in here, and up on top of the cupboards that above this, there's still some of these like little shelves. And there used to be loads and loads of yarn packs above, which were Aldi yarn packs, which I do sell in my shop, you know, overseas. And there was a light box, which I bought a long while ago to take photographs of stuff in. It was absolutely rubbish and not fit for purpose, but I didn't throw it away. And as I hadn't touched it for years and it had been gathering dust, I thought, you know what? I bet there's a spider in there. So I took it down, looked in, and there wasn't. But there was an old oven glove. Because this old oven glove, I had this crazy notion of making an outer thing for, and just, you know, utilising the oven glove as an interior. Because it was a very good oven glove. You didn't feel anything when you used it, but it looked ugly. So I was going to crochet an outer bit. Never got round to it. So I just chucked the whole lot in the wheelie bin. And now I keep thinking, go and get the oven glove for goodness sake. But you know, that's just the hoarder part of me that says you can't throw that away. It was good. It was a good thing. You can make it good, you know, and I never will. I mean, it's been up there years. Mainly because I forgot it even existed, but stuck in that box. But up there now, I have my ornaments that I can't fit in the glass cabinet because we had to return it where it was too big. So I've got a few bits on that's nowhere else to put them. And on top of the other one, I've got a glue gun and a little thing that you can put a candle in. All sorts of stuff, but there's not as much clearance to the ceiling, so can only fit things like that up there. And also at the end, I've got my handbags, my shoes in boxes and things like that. And when they're in a bag, you know what I mean by a bag? One of those dust bags. I put them in just in that. It's not all of them. It's my newer ones. But they're all down there, and I wore the trainers yesterday. I had a pair of trainers there. And I wanted to go outside, but I was mega hot. I had a bit of a moment after doing all that work. And so I thought, I can't put my Uggs on. I'm just too hot. So I know, when my new trainers break them in a bit. So I put those on, went out to the yarn van, did all that stuff, come back, and I opened the kitchen door, and a wall of tropical heat hit me in the face. And I thought, why is it so hot in here? And it just must have been me generated all that ridiculous heat, because there was not one heater on in the house. But I'd made it tropical with my rushing around. So I thought, oh, you know, put the aircon on. So I put it on icy cold blast just to cool the house down. Came in here, made a video, went out there and I thought, it's freezing out. It's cold enough now. Turned it off. But I'd actually heated up the house. I don't really need heating. Just need me working up a bit of a sweat. That's all you need. I irradiate, obviously, the most ridiculous amount of... And it was humid. That was the thing. I'd made humidity as well as heat. Ridiculous. Anyway, quick slurp time. Oh boy, that's good. Trouble is, it's such a big cup that by the time I get to the bottom, it'll be cold. I need to blow again, so I'll be back. Wow. I've been looking forward to the day when I don't even have to pause it to do anything like sneeze or blow. It'd be such a godsend. So I started telling you, like, I went to bed at midnight. Hang on. Went to bed at midnight and wheeze. Couldn't get off because my it was either my throat area, which I think it was, respiratory area, was screaming at me. So after inhaler, went back to bed, same thing happened. I thought, oh, this is ridiculous. I might as well get up. So I got up and I watched something. I have no idea what it was. No idea at all. Can't remember. I think I might have watched the last trigger point. I think it's probably what it was. So then about 3 o'clock, before that, I thought, you know what? I'm a bit hungry. Didn't have a very big dinner, and so I bought, before I was going to start dieting, I haven't started yet, by the way, not properly, a pack of twirls. Gary had pick and mix, and I had these twirls, and I said, I'll share them with you. So I opened them, and they were individual twirls, and I ate 6 individual sticks of twirl as I was sitting there watching TV with a cup of tea. And I thought, you know what? This is probably going to make your wheeze worse. I thought, do you know what? I don't care now. I've had enough. And so I went back to bed and not one wheeze. Not one. I got a good night's sleep after that. Woke up at 9:30. And you know, the stupid thing is, maybe I just need to eat lots of chocolate. Once, though, I was on a diet and I blew it by eating chocolate that day. And I weighed myself and I'd lost 3 pounds. And I thought, I need the chocolate diet in my life. And I put it to the test again another day. And the same thing happened. I lost weight. And I think it's because chocolate makes me not eat anything. I just feel like my appetite's gone, you know, once I've eaten it. It really does. And it kind of, I don't know, keeps me feel full. It seems to make me feel full for longer. So maybe there is a thing. Not very nutritious, I don't suppose. It gets rid of the wheeze. I don't recommend it, though. You have no teeth, no friends. Joking. Of course you would. You don't. If you shared it with them, you'd have friends. So anyway, while I was paused, I took the opportunity to glug down some of this, so I didn't waste it all. Hang on a moment. I don't use this cup very often, only when I need a mega fix of tea. It's a very pretty cup. It's got gold on it and everything. I used to have to wash it by hand and not put it in the dishwasher. I don't know if it was dishwasher safe or not. So, I actually lost my crochet hooks. I know. How on earth I've managed to do that, I really don't know. But I ordered, when my tulip lot arrives, which may be today, I ordered a new set because I'd sold quite a lot of sets. And as much as I want to put it in the shop, I want to have it, you know. I'm thinking like, have it for yourself. Got one in the shop. I really ought to have 2 in the shop, seriously. I might special offer them actually, because I got a good deal on that one. I might keep them. Don't know. So, I have got my clovers. I found those. You know the ones I threw across the room a little while ago in a temper tantrum and the smallest one bent? Well, I know that, but the small one can go in the bin anyway. I'm never going to use that. But, so I do have those if I want to start making something. But I've lost my fours. I've got loads of them, loads of fours, loads of 4.5s, because obviously those are the sizes I use the most. I've got a few 3.5s for if the yarn's really thin. But all I can find are 5s, 5.5, 6, and stupid small ones. So yeah, and even, you know, I was making that blanket in here when I do a live stream, that one. I might do one today. It might be on Rocksteady. Might be on here, we'll see. Probably Rocksteady. So if you haven't already subscribed and you want to join me, then please do. So there's a link in the description box. So yeah, yeah, can't find them. Even that one, even that hook that I was making that blanket with, disappeared. I had the fake tulip and the real one side by side. Was going to do a compare and contrast. I can't find the real one. It's just disappeared. There's nowhere it could have gone. I didn't take that blanket or the hook out of here. Just totally disappeared. And I had all this surface off because there's a box of yarn here. There's a box of yarn that I brought in because I was going to show you and make sure I had the stock of. Now, I was out of stock of this a little while ago, but I found some. And I think it might only be one ball, but there it is. There's this. This one I was going to show you. That's in the... I'm not sure if it's on. Some of these are, some of these are not. I've brought them in to sort them out, make sure that they are. There's this one, not sure if it's on. There's lots of stuff. I've even found one of these. Now, I make my cushion covers with this. Beautiful this is, Magic Aaron. But I will never buy any more of these because they've made them too expensive, so forget it. But I do have that one. I do have these mauves as well. The Wonder Knit mauves, they're beautiful. So, yeah. I think quite a few of these are listed, but I needed to see what was, how much of it I had, and put the ones that I've run out of, thought I've run out of stock of. And I found, while I was emptying my cubbies, a massive, massive stash of Stylecraft Cabaret midnight hours. So, the huge bags that I've got, like the big yarn bags full of yarn of that I've got, that I was keeping back for me. I don't need it all, so I will add stock of that. I've got loads of that. I've got a whole pack of Underwater Rainbow, which I will not part with, because I've been through the whole stash in here now, well, apart from this area, which I don't think it's in, and I've been through the whole stash in the yarn van. And it's not there, so obviously that's all there is, and I'll keep it. Maybe, no, I'll go through the box and see how much there is. And yeah, but there is definitely lots of midnight hours. I know I did have a whole pack of Ocean, and I let that go bit by bit. I've got a few left, but I'll keep what I've got, I think, of that. But I will do a little stock take of it and see if I can definitely put some midnight hours back in stock, because I've found mine. I thought mine must have been out there then. I must have actually put it out there with it all, because I had a big pack of it. Well, it was obviously in here, so excuse me. Anyway, I'm going to get off, upload this, and I might get around to looking at this stock today. You never know. But it'll be in the clearance section, most of that anyway, because they're like last bits. Thanks for watching. Thank you to everyone doing those wonderful things for Jane. I really appreciate it, and I know she does. Thanks very much. You are absolutely gorgeous, wonderful people. I do appreciate it. And I'm going to get off. Don't forget, she also said that if you could send postcards, if it's just postcards, that's fine. Either or, you can do both, but either or. That would be great. And remember, I have the address if you need it. So, on that note, I will say bye-bye. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.